So today I want to talk about embodied mindfulness. And once again, if you're new to even the concept of mindfulness, I like to use the definition of present moment awareness without judgment or attachment. So we'll just take that sort of word by word. Present. So in one word, what is mindfulness to me? It's presence. It's being here right now. And present moment, I believe that all we are is living moment to moment. And so when we're mindful of where we are in space and time, that is present moment. Then we add the level of awareness. So present moment awareness. So who is it that is aware whether we are present or distracted? Ask yourself that for a moment. Once we realize that we're distracted by our thoughts or our sensations or sounds, who is that thinker or that awareness? Not even the thinker. So that's what we're doing with meditation and mindfulness, is sort of exploring this present moment awareness and using the tools surrounding us to be able to find that stillness. So present moment awareness without judgment or attachment. These are the two sort of things that can cause us to not be in the present or not be with the present moment awareness. When we are judging something, we can be sort of resisting it. And when we're attaching to something, we're craving it. And with either of those two things, we are truly not here and now. Our mind is taking us into the future or taking us into the past. So one of the ways that we can find this present moment awareness without judgment or attachment is to see our monkey mind for what it is. And I call the thoughts in our head, whether that is an inner critic or just moving us throughout the world, that monkey mind. And we can utilize noticing that monkey mind as part of this present moment awareness. Now, my goal, because I am constantly stuck in my head, is to get more in my body. And that means that I'm actually putting my awareness perhaps not even on those thoughts as they pop in, but continually coming back to what am I feeling in my body and aligning sort of my head and my heart into an embodied presence, an embodied mindfulness. And we can do that as we go through a meditation with some body scan. Those are often helpful elements to place your attention on a certain part of your body, and that again brings you into a mindful awareness. And as we notice things that might be going on in our body, we don't stay attached to them. We're just noticing them as they are. We're not trying to change them. And I've come to continue to understand more and more that we can't necessarily use our minds to get out of things we might be experiencing, like anxiety or depression or things that are very focused in our head, even this monkey mind. Like, we can't use the monkey mind to get away from the monkey mind. Kind of. We can give it something to do. And so that's what we're doing in in this practice of mindfulness, and not just in a sitting meditation, which I like to call going to the mindfulness gym, but also in how we move throughout our days. And the more we can come back and back into our bodies, the more that we can find that present moment awareness without the judgment of the monkey mind and without the attachment of the monkey mind. So again, I'd like to invite you just to have that be a little bit top of mind, top of body, as we do our practice today. So one of the things I like to do when I am considering embodied mindfulness is actually, before we close our eyes, or if you choose to close your eyes, is do a little bit of movement, because that physically can help us get back there into our body. So, and moving around our energy as well. Our energy gets trapped in different parts of our bodies. And so one easy way to do this is literally to start shaking things out. So I invite you to lift your shoulders up and release them. And lift your shoulders up and release them. Now I want you to lift up your right arm and shake it out. Feel your wrist shaking it out. Pick up your left arm. Do a little wrist twirl, shake it out. Now pick up both arms. See, shake it out. All right. Anytime throughout the day, if you feel yourself a little bit tense in your body, you can literally just take a few seconds to shake it out. And that can bring us back to our embodied mindfulness when we feel that in our body. So let's continue on to today's mindfulness practice. I invite you to get comfortable. Hopefully you are already comfortable, but just continue to notice if you need to make any little adjustments. That's wonderful. And I invite you to close your eyes if you wish, if you haven't already, or you can have a gentle gaze a few feet in front of you. And you can take a few deep breaths with me, just to continue to get yourself grounded right here, right now, and grounded in your body. So we'll do in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And you can return your breathing to whatever is most natural and comfortable. Not trying to force anything, perhaps in through the nose and out through the nose. And as we continue to become present in our bodies, take a moment to feel where it is that your feet are touching the floor, the ground beneath you. Focus on that right foot. Then feel that left foot. And as we just again breathe naturally, we're going to work our way up our body in a body scan. Just gently placing your attention on the back of your legs, onto your knees, up onto your thighs, gentle attention on your hips, on your belly, noticing the rise and fall of your belly. We feel our rib cage, another spot where we can truly embody our breath. Feel our lungs engaging with our rib cage as we breathe in and out. Place your attention on your heart. Send warm energy, kind energy. Feel that for yourself. I'm sending it out to you. And then you in turn can, with loving kindness, send it out to people you love. We'll continue to engage with our body awareness up into our collarbone. We'll take one arm at a time. We'll start with our right shoulder. Down into our elbow. Just using that gentle awareness, the space around the elbow. Down into your right wrist. And then into your palm of your hand. Notice wherever it is touching your body or whatever it's laying upon. Now bring your awareness to your left hand, the palm, the wrist, working up to that left elbow, up to the left shoulder, all the while gently breathing in and out. Place your awareness on your neck, the front, and then the back. As you work your way up to your lips, perhaps aware of a slight smile. Up to your nose. Perhaps see if you can feel your breath at the tip of your nose, the tip of your nostrils, as it's flowing in and out, sustaining your life. Make your way up to your eye sockets, one at a time. Out to your ears, one at a time. Our ears are another location that can bring us embodied presence as we take in sounds around us. And just take them in for what they are, a sound, without any judgment, without any attachment. And we continue our body scan up to our third eye, our forehead area. Noticing if we're holding any tension in any part of the face or jaw. Often we're so stuck in our monkey mind that we don't at all feel where it is that we're holding tension until we intentionally drop into our body and check out what's going on. And bring your awareness to the very crown of your head, the top of your head. See if you can feel that area expanding, opening. Place where we can bring energy in from the universe around us. Bringing that energy into our bodies, into each and every cell, all the millions of them. Imagine all those cells in all the body areas that we've been scanning, with light falling upon them, feeling at ease, greeting them with kindness. allowing them to be just as they are. And now we can return our focus of our monkey mind. We can give our monkey mind something to do by our object of attention being our breath. Noting where in your body you feel your breath rising and falling, like the ocean waves. If you do feel any bodily sensations, simply name what you're feeling. Bring that awareness gently. Maybe it's itching. Maybe it's aching. Maybe it's tension. Maybe it's stabbing or falling asleep. Bring this awareness without trying to change anything. And in doing so, often those bodily sensations fall away like the fog dispersing under the sun. And we return back to the breath. No doubt that monkey mind hops up and down as it likes to do, grabbing this thought or grabbing that thought. And we just meet it where it is. We can note it. We can note it thinking. As simple as that. And we can note the quality of it, planning, remembering, judging. And we can just let it melt away. Returning back to that body awareness. In those moments where we are not distracted by our thoughts, we can have that awareness of awareness itself. So for these last couple minutes, I invite you to practice this embodied mindfulness, whether that's just focusing on your breathing or incorporating another mini body scan, or just noticing the felt sensations as they arise. And I'll meet you with a bell to close out the practice. If you haven't already, you can begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Just calmly re-enter the space around you. Take a moment before you get up and continue on with your day. One thing you can try to re-ground yourself and the space around you is by looking into the 4 different corners, if you're in a room, of the room, and just sort of getting your bearings, looking up and down, over and back up. Once again, sort of moving yourself around just to get back and be present as to where you are today. So thank you again for joining me today. My name is Kenna Klosterman. You can follow me on Insight Timer. You can find all the on-demand meditations that range in duration from 90 seconds to 30 minutes for all kinds of things, including a 17-minute body scan. There are things for calming, for anxiety, for chronic pain. And I invite you to, again, find those, follow me, on-demand meditations are there for you at any time of day, any day of the week. You can also follow me on Instagram. I have a new Instagram for all things mindfulness, and it's called mindfulness.in.mind. So I always encourage people to be keeping mindfulness in mind, not just in mind, but in heart and body and soul as well. And I do have some meditations with the video that are recorded on YouTube, also Mindfulness in Mind.